Bel Air by Molinard, a floral fragrance you should add to your collection? Let's see. Hello YouTube, hello dear Fragmatics, welcome to another video. Today we take a look at Bel Air by Molinard, a floral fragrance for women launched in 2019. Bel Air was presented as a precious floral edition when Maison Molinard celebrated their 170th anniversary. Before I show you the bottle, I need to show you something else. So I got my fragrance in a 3 fragrance box that looks like this. This is the front and this is the back. So inside this box you have the following. You have Bel Air Eau de Toilette, you have Nirmala Eau de Parfum, and also you have Nirmala Le Rêve, which is Eau de Toilette. So to get to the fragrances, you slide this sleeve, very beautiful, and you get to this completely black box which has the name of the house on the front. To open it, you have a magnetic cap which opens like this, and inside you got this presentation with these 3 fragrances. This is the bottle. I find it okay, nothing to impress. This is the 1 ounce or 30 milliliter bottle, and you have the batch number on the bottom if you are interested in that. You can find it also in a 75 milliliter bottle if you like the fragrance. I have 2 things to complain about this presentation. First of all is the cap, which is plastic, cheap, not well done. Well, it's okay done, but not well done. And also the second thing I have to complain, it's this bow, which I don't really like it, and it's completely in your way. It's like kind of blocking your fingers and you don't know how to avoid it. So in my opinion, it's a good solution to just take it out and to have the bottle like this. Now let's go to Fragmaticus. The main accords are floral, powdery, citrus, white floral, yellow floral, woody, ozonic, aquatic, green, and amber. And now let's see the official notes. On the top you have bergamot, mandarin orange, cassis, nutmeg, and pink pepper. On the middle you have mimosa, jasmine, magnolia, tuberose, violet leaves, May rose, neroli, and orris. And on the base you have lotus, amber, sandalwood, vanilla, cedar, and musk. Before we dive in, let me show you one more thing, and that thing is the atomizer. So this is the atomizer, and this is how it sprays. It sprays quite far away and a good mist. In my opinion, very good atomizer, nothing to complain there. Although the cap and the bow are quite not in place with the presentation, the atomizer, it's quite good. As you already noticed, Bel Air by Molinard has plenty of notes, like those old fragrances used to have. So the question is, how it really smells? If you love sweet, floral, powdery, clean fragrances, for sure you'll love this one. It starts synthetic and youthful, but it ends up to be a more serious and more natural smelling fragrance. Now, it has a lot happening, so we need to pay attention because some of the notes will be there for a few minutes and they're forever gone. It's a feminine fragrance, playful and inviting, well, except for the few seconds in the opening, and like the name says, Bel Air, which means beautiful air, it's a fragrance that will create a nice scent bubble all around you. Now, Bel Air by Molinard smells in the realm of J'adore by Dior, without being a clone. They both share some of the notes, so Bel Air by Molinard will remind you of J'adore by Dior, especially in the dry down. Let's dive in and analyze the evolution of the scent profile. Bel Air by Molinard opens synthetic and alcoholic. Smells like new clothes. Also, you get the smell, you know, when you are ironing clothes you just washed and you use fabric softener. Has that vibe. Punchy and synthetic sweetness in the opening for the first minutes. It's like citrus with condiments. In this case, you have the nutmeg and the pink pepper, with some green notes. Smells like a highly concentrated mandarin orange and bergamot, fruity floral cocktail with a touch of condiments. Has an effervescence to it, a sparkling similar to champagne. And it will give you headaches in the first 2 minutes if you try to smell it from close. Now, after you start to detect a floral mix installing in the background, lit by the mimosa. After the 5 minutes mark, the highly concentrated sweetness tones down and transitions into a more fruity floral scent. It's a very agitated fragrance. A lot of noise and movement in the opening. Feels like someone put all the notes in a bucket and stirred them up. Or to give you another reference, feels like a teenage girl during an argument. When you get to the middle, the fragrance opens up and calms down. Also, you lose all the citruses. The sweetness goes down and feels less synthetic. It's a more natural fruity floral sweetness. Now in the middle, mimosa takes the lead. It's all about mimosa, with a plenty of floral undertones, but the mimosa is the star of the show. With the mimosa, a slight powder note starts to develop, a fruity powder. Continues to keep that sparkling champagne effect from the opening. More like a fermented sensation, a fermented fruity floral sweetness. Now, it has a background smell similar to scented candles or aromatherapy sticks. And I say this not as a bad thing. You start to detect something that feels like honey coming up to surface and aligns itself with the sweetness. A sweet, fruity, honey floral smell with white flowers. Half to the heart of the fragrance, the powder note also starts to shine and be more present. Personally, I like the heart of the fragrance more than the opening. Feels less synthetic, more natural, and you don't get that fabric softener smell anymore. Feels more calm and relaxing, more feminine, and feels more like a woman and less like a girl. Bel Air, it's feminine and balanced, offering the image of a well-dressed and clean woman. A woman that takes care and pride of her image. Now, for men, some of the feminine floral scents are quite difficult to digest, even when we smell them on a woman. But in this case, has a combination that is not repulsive. Quite the opposite, it's welcoming. Bel Air becomes more warm when entering the dry down, but still keeps that white floral powdery note. You can still detect the mimosa, but it's less strong, kind of even out with all the other notes. The sweetness is more honey and floral because the fragrance loses the fruity accord. Also has a green undertone. To describe it better, it feels more like a green plant undertone. It's rounded, gentle, smooth, and the dry down is the part where you start to detect a creamy undertone that works so well with the white floral powder. The opening is youthful, but as it dries down, becomes more serious. And after the youthfulness stage goes away, for a man, finally smells like something elegant and beautiful woman will wear. Far into the dry down, you get a sweet floral and powdery smell with musk and a faint woody base. Smells clean, elegant and intoxicating. For me, after the heart of the fragrance, the dry down is my second favorite part because you can get a warm, relaxing, feminine and inviting smell. To resume all the things I just said, if you love sweet, floral, powdery, clean fragrances, this one is for you. I must remind you that the opening smells like fabric softener and can give you some headaches. Although it opens synthetic, crowded and too sweet, the middle, the heart of the fragrance and the dry down are quite good, balanced and well done. Has a lot of mimosa inside, so if you don't like mimosa, you need to be careful. It has a noticeable sparkling sensation, especially in the opening and the heart of the fragrance. So depending on your taste, it can be a good thing, but it can be a bad thing also. Except the opening, it's a feminine and intoxicating fragrance that makes me, as a man, to get closer to the woman that wears it. Coming back to what I said earlier, as men, sometimes we have difficulties in smelling floral scents, even when we smell them on women. I think it's the way we are built, I don't know. Now, this fragrance does everything right and doesn't feel repulsive. I imagine the woman wearing Bel Air by Molinard being elegant and well-dressed. Not necessarily formal, but well-dressed. Now, ladies, one advice from me. If you can and if you want, please apply this fragrance only on your skin and on your hair. Because as a man, I feel the need, I feel the urge to enjoy and consume this fragrance right out from the skin or the hair of a woman. It's a clean, feminine and relaxing smell. If you like J'adore by Dior, I think for sure you'll love this one because they have some points in common, with Bel Air being more accessible, less heavy and easy to wear than Dior. Again, this is not a clone of Dior. Let's discuss the performance, which sadly it's not great. Longevity you can get around 4 hours depending on the skin type and the conditions. Projection, average at best or below average for the first 2 hours, and after that it's a scent close to skin. This can be a good thing because, like I told you, this is an intoxicating fragrance. So if it's too strong, it can give you some headaches. And being not so strong, it's welcoming and relaxing. So you win and you lose in the same time. Now, sillage is the same, below average or average at best, in the first 1 hour and a half. Who can wear this fragrance? This is definitely an exclusive fragrance for women. It's too feminine, it's too far on the feminine side to even think about unisex. Now, seasons and time of the day. This is ideal for spring and summer, but in the summertime, pay attention to the spray. Do not overspray it because you will regret it. Now, this is for daytime and nighttime, it doesn't count. When it comes to the dress code, this is safe for every occasion. Formal and casual, business and sport, date and cuddling. I think also that it's safe enough, it's good enough to be an office scent. It's not over sexy and provocative, while being attractive. It's a clean smell, and we all know that clean fragrances works well in the office. And now the big question, to buy or not to buy? Is Bel Air by Molinard a safe blind buy? Well, if you don't like sweet synthetic opening fragrances with a lot of mimosa and florals, I say you need to test it before to have an idea because it can give you some headaches. If you are the opposite and you like all the things I just said you don't like, this is a 100% safe blind buy. Now, will this fragrance help you as a woman to attract men? Yes, for sure. This has an intoxicating scent profile. It feels seductive, it feels attractive, and it touches our senses. Before we end up this video, if you decide to push the button and buy this fragrance, I remind you that this is the 30 ml bottle, but you can find this also in a 75 ml bottle, which goes for a price between 69 and 85 euros or dollars, depending on which website or which shop you are going to buy it. And that's all for today, dear Fragmatics. If you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you have something to say, please share your feedback in the comments. I want to take a moment to say a special thank you to all my current subscribers. And if you are new here and if it's your first time and you stayed until the end of this video, it means that I'm doing something good, something you like, something useful for you. So I will invite you to subscribe to join the family. To all of you, thank you for all the support, thank you for watching my videos, and thank you for your feedback. That's all for today. Until next time, stay safe, take care. Bye.